So, what happens when one of the world's most enduring symbols of luxury and love suddenly finds itself on the brink of, well, collapse? We're talking about natural diamonds. And yeah, the industry is in a state of total shock. But one man, Martin Rapaport, has a radical, and some might say ruthless plan to save it. This is the Rapaport Doctrine, and it's a huge, high-stakes gamble for the very soul of luxury itself. This single sentence, it just nails it. It gets right to the very heart of the crisis. It suggests that in the quest to sell more, the diamond industry may have basically sold its soul, forgetting the one thing that made it so special in the first place: exclusivity. And that is a huge question, right? Because for over a century, a diamond's value seemed completely untouchable. So to understand the cure, we first have to really understand the disease that brought this giant to its knees. And let's be clear, this is a real crisis. We are not talking about a minor dip in sales here. We're talking about a full-scale market collapse, and it's creating massive confusion and uncertainty for everyone, from the miners all the way to the retailers. The problem becomes starkly clear when you look at this. It's a tale of two very different assets. On one side, you have gold, another classic hard asset, and its value is just soaring. And then you have natural diamonds. Their prices are in a total freefall. They've become disconnected from their traditional role as a store of value, and believe me, that is terrifying for the industry. And this isn't just about some fancy jewelry stores having a bad year. The impact is global, and it is severe. You have entire nations like Botswana and Angola, whose economies depend heavily on diamond mining. And now they're facing a liquidity crisis. That means the cash they need just to operate is drying up. And that kind of volatility sends shockwaves through the entire supply chain. And I really want to drive this point home. This isn't a temporary downturn. It's not something that's just going to fix itself when the economy improves. No, this is a deep structural problem. The very foundation of what makes a diamond valuable is cracked, and just waiting it out is not an option. So how on earth did it get so bad? Well, the industry found itself fighting a war on two separate fronts. One was an external battle against these massive global shifts, and the other was a really devastating internal battle against its own mistakes. You see, the world that diamonds used to thrive in, it's just gone. That old era of easy globalization and open markets has been replaced by fragmented markets, tariffs, and all kinds of geopolitical conflict. On top of that, you've got a whole generational shift in values that's challenging old ideas of aspiration. The industry was simply not prepared for this new world. All of this has turned the crisis into a fight over symbolism, a values war. Is a diamond a timeless token of commitment? Or is it just another commodity pulled between love and profit? What does it even stand for in this new, kind of broken world? But the industry can't just blame the outside world. It inflicted some deep wounds on itself. First, it tried to democratize diamonds, which really just meant pushing quantity over quality. Then came the Walmartization, endless price wars, and generic messaging that just stripped away all the magic. Ultimately, as Rapaport puts it, the industry prostituted its own product until it was no longer something to aspire to. So out of all this chaos comes the Rapaport Doctrine. And the cure is completely counterintuitive. It's not about selling more diamonds to more people. It's about selling fewer, but better diamonds to a very specific group. And here it is, the blunt, challenging idea at its core. Stop trying to sell diamonds to people who don't have money. The goal is to reclaim the idea that natural diamonds are the exclusive territory of the wealthy, that they're a true luxury good, not some discounted commodity. Now, this strategy is grounded in a classic economic principle called a Veblen good. It's a type of luxury good that actually becomes more desirable as its price goes up. Yeah, you heard that right. Think of a Birkin bag or a Patek Philippe watch. The high price isn't a barrier, it's a feature. The goal is to make diamonds a Veblen good once again. So how do you do it? Well, you flip marketing on its head. Instead of casting a wide net, you first shoot an arrow, targeting your ideal wealthy customer with laser precision. Only after you've won them do you start to draw the circles of the broader market around that core aspirational center. This entire grand strategy, this whole big plan, however, it all boils down to winning one single, decisive battle: the fight for the engagement ring. And in this fight, the positioning has to be crystal clear. You let synthetic, lab-grown diamonds own the price-driven, disposable fashion market. Natural diamonds, on the other hand, must stand for something entirely different:
emotional commitment, permanence, and enduring value. They are not the same product, and that has to be the message.
You see, the fight for the wealthy engagement buyer isn't just one piece of the puzzle, it's the entire game. As Rapaport puts it, if you win them, you win everything else by default. It's that critical. But why? Well, because winning the top of the market creates an aspirational ladder. When brands like Cartier and Tiffany are successfully selling diamonds as the ultimate luxury, that desire cascades down. The middle class will aspire to own what the wealthy have, and that creates demand across all price points. But in the 21st century, a high price and exclusivity just aren't enough. So the final and maybe most vital piece of the doctrine is to rebuild the diamond's meaning. It's about connecting its monetary value to a deeper ethical value. This means a diamond's value has to be built on a whole new foundation. And we're not talking about marketing slogans here. We're talking about guaranteed ethical sourcing, full, provable traceability from the mine right to your finger, a transparent commitment to human rights, and making sure there's real, tangible benefit for the local communities. And when you do all this, you create this powerful, virtuous cycle. See, truly ethical sourcing creates verifiable scarcity, since not all diamonds will make the cut. That scarcity then justifies a higher price and value. And that higher value, combined with the ethical story, makes the diamond more desirable than ever before. It all feeds itself. So in the end, the new formula is simple but powerful. You're no longer just selling a stone. You are selling a story. You're selling proven ethics. And you're selling genuine scarcity. That is the new trinity of diamond value.
Which leaves us with a final provocative thought. The Rapaport Doctrine is betting the entire future of an industry on the idea that the answer to this question is yes. That the ultimate symbol of wealth can also become a powerful and verifiable force for making the world a better place. The question is, will the consumer believe it?